Traveling to Japan is not as easy as we might think, and it's important to do the work in advance. Citizens of many countries need to open a Japanese visa in advance. That was also my case as a Belarusian person. The package of documents which you have to prepare for Japanese visa is very similar to the package of documents for Schengen visa. You can find the list of these documents on their website of Japanese embassy in your own country and city. Now I'm many times by myself in EU countries. I applied there for my Japanese visa and it was super fast. I think it was like 1 week or 10 days. No queue. Even I applied before the Christmas holidays. I was not needed to pay any penny for this Japanese visa at the embassy. The reason, of course, is that we have very good diplomatic relations between our countries, Belarus and Japan. And of course, Belarus and Japan both are very safe countries, so I can understand. Just in case if you want to learn a bit more about Belarus, go and check my YouTube channel. You will find there much more, not only that we love potatoes. And the next organizing tip will save you a ton of time. So before you come to Japan, please visit the website Visit Japan. And there you will be needed to fill out the form. At the end you will get a QR code, which later you will show at custom control. So basically at the airport there will be two lines, one with QR code, another without. The majority of people come in without QR codes, and that's why they spend a lot of time there. Which airport to choose to travel to Japan? If your main target is Tokyo, you have only two options here. It's Haneda and Narita airports. Haneda is a bit closer to the city center itself, but the train system here in Tokyo, in Japan in general, is so well advanced, so you don't have to be worried because you will be anyway at the hotel very soon. So I would say it depends on your tickets. If you see that Narita is cheaper for you, why not to choose it? And in my case, I flew from Munich to Tokyo. Luckily, it was business class at Lufthansa new A350. So the experience of the flight was literally wonderful. And honestly, like 12 hours in the sky with economy, I can't even imagine. Of course, the price is different compared to economy, but if you think that the next day you will sleep because the time difference is huge with Japan normally if you come from EU countries, so probably you will simply miss this day. And it's very sad because you made all the way. I think at the end of the day it worth it because you have the seats where you can properly sleep and the food is fantastic. It was for me already, the Japanese experience started because I chose all these Japanese sets. This was really lovely. You can get food during whole your flight, drinks, everything. The way how they treat you, the service on the plane was literally amazing. And if you want to see how a new A350 Lufthansa business class looks like, go and check this video on your screen. Take with you 2 suitcases. One of it must be empty. The reason for this is that when you end up in Japan, you want to buy so many things. I don't know, it's crazy. You get into any supermarket, to any department store, and you see these amazing prices. Everything is so affordable, and you want to buy literally everything. I want to buy shoes, cosmetics, glasses, food for my family, for my friends. I don't know, everyone is asking me to bring something. Also, there is this Don Quixote store, which is like probably 7 floors. It's different things where people buy before they fly, back home. You really want to buy there everything. Another thing is Uniqlo brand. It's Japanese, and here you will find it everywhere, literally. And the prices compared to prices in Europe will surprise you so much. Like, you want to buy here a lot. So just be prepared for it. Invest in a second luggage. I can see also people many times buy it here, but I got my Samsonite with a good price in Europe, so yeah, I'm ready to go. There are also several in-country suitcase delivery services in Japan. This is very convenient, especially when you have heavy suitcases full of shopping on your way back. You can order suitcase delivery from your hotel directly to the airport. A short break for you. I wanted to show you this amazing blue hour from my balcony. Look at this. Oh my god. Tokyo during this time is even more amazing. By the way, we are with you right now staying at Prince Hotel Takanawa in Tokyo, and the reason why I chose this hotel is this beautiful balconies, which is very rare option in hotels here in Tokyo. Normally you even can't open a window. So here it is, fantastic view, balcony, fresh air. What can be better? And the price is equal quality. So my recommendation for you here in Tokyo as a travel expert from Belarus. And now, when we are already in the country, let's speak about a couple of important notes which you should remember once you're in Japan. The first thing which you would like to do in Japan is might go to toilet. And this is how the Japanese toilet normally looks like. And the main difference from the toilets we are used to in the West is the numerous buttons with confusing signs. In Japan, you will often find explanations in Japanese without translation into English. But don't worry, it's not as hard as it looks. The most important sign for you is this one. It means flush. Always take cash with you, because majority of the restaurants, cafes, they prefer cash but not cards. And here in Japan we have Japanese yen as their national currency, and besides cash, always take with you your passport, because at many department stores, once you buy for a certain amount of money, you can make it tax-free already, so you will pay less, but for this you need your passport as a foreigner here in Japan. And the life-saving card for you here in Japan will be Suica Card. This one, I use it constantly. You can pre-order it and get it once you arrive to Japan. And this is perfect card for paying for fast train. Sometimes it's also accepted for payment at some supermarkets or department stores. So this is really the card which I use every time when I have to drive somewhere by fast train. And even Japan is a very developed country, but still Wi-Fi is not very common thing here, not like in Georgia, I would say, unfortunately. That's why you definitely should have a local Japanese SIM card. So what you can do, you can pre-order it like I did and pick it up at the airport, or just once you arrived at the airport, choose the one you need, the amount of internet you need, and buy there. But I still recommend you to take your time, as SIM cards at the airport are almost 10 times more expensive. In Japanese cities, you can always find a big camera shopping center and buy a SIM card there at a normal price. By the way, I'm still recording in the evening at the hotel where I'm staying, Prince Hotel Takanawa. You can see balconies behind me, and we're at the local garden. This is so beautiful here, also during the daytime, but during the evening, look at this. Decorations, the lights is so fantastic, and it's very lovely to have such kind of garden anytime you want to relax, because still Tokyo is a crowded city. Even Japanese people, they behave very nicely and they attentive to each other. Still, you know, a lot of people, you can feel it's like in a couple of days in Tokyo you would love to have such a garden, and of course balconies you can see. By the way, Japan has a very bright sun, and the first few days is really difficult to adapt. So be sure to bring sunglasses or buy in Japan from the brand Jeans, for example. I did that, by the way. These are the lightest sunglasses I have ever had. And if you have bad eyesight, you should definitely order glasses in Japan, because here they check your eyesight as accurately as possible. And another reason why I love this hotel so much, this is a supermarket, 7-Eleven, which is downstairs. So anytime you need something, you just get out from your room and get it. And the next thing which I'm going to share with you, I'm doing first of all for Japanese people, because at the moment it becomes critical. So today, to Japan coming so many tourists like never before. It's all because of yen, which is very cheap at the moment. So people from all over the world non-stop coming and traveling all around Japan. The problem which is rising, more and more, or I don't know how to say that, becoming definitely critical with every single day, is that many tourists not respect the customs and traditions of Japan. And you should think that Japan was isolated country for so many years, and it has a rich history, rich culture. So here in Japan it is crucial to be polite, respectful and quiet. It's rude to speak loud on a public transport. Imagine all the people suddenly here start to speak loudly, are not attentive to each other. So of course they have their own way of behavior which perfectly works for this society. And another thing which enhances your experience here in Japan is knowing at least a couple of Japanese phrases. For example, simple thank you, arigato gozaimasu. It will show your respect to the culture and to the people. You will be able easier to get a table at a restaurant because, let's be honest, not in every restaurant tourists are welcomed today in Japan. Also in Japan, it is not a nice behavior when you drink something or eat something on your way to the other place. There are designed special areas in Japan where you can enjoy your bento box or just drink something. Keep it in mind and you will be safe. And also tipping, it's not customary here in Japan because excellent service is expected without additional money. But it should be noted that with the growth of tourism in Japan, this rule has begun to change. And Japanese people who are engaged in tourism in many cases will be happy to receive a tip. Oh my god, crossing! So probably in Japan you will walk a lot. Be ready for that, make your backpack light and also wear some comfortable shoes like sneakers. Right now it's a rush hour, so people coming from work. Look how many people, wow! I have never saw it in my life. And you see how people moving, this is straight, this is backward on a side. So just follow people, be attentive to the way how Japanese people behave and just copy them. Also, planning trip to Japan can be overwhelming because there are so many things to see, to visit. It might be complicated for you. So what I would advise you, focus on a couple of locations like Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, for example, if you're a first-time traveler here in Japan, because this will give you the opportunity to really learn these locations and don't have this feeling of rushing, And in Japan, you shouldn't be worried about food at all, because literally at any supermarket you can find such kind of sections with bento boxes. In Japan, it's a very famous thing. Locals love to eat it, and also, of course, tourists. So basically, it's a whole course of like rice, fish or meat, and some salad. And many times before closing, they do discounts for such kind of bento boxes. It can be up to 30%. There are limited amount of public trash bins in Japan in general. Doesn't matter in which kind of city you are. So it's important to carry your trash till the point where you find where to throw it away, and normally you can find it at supermarkets. They actually teach kids at school already how to keep your place clean and be mindful about public areas as well. That's why Japan is so clean. Once again, as clean as Belarus. Belarus is amazingly clean country. Yeah, it's really so many things here similar between our countries. And the most convenient public transportation here in Japan is buses, I would say, and also trains. This Suica Card, which I mentioned before, is a perfect option for you, so you can just jump in once you need and reach your destination. And the other thing you should keep in mind is that many times to the bus there is a queue, or to the train, so just follow people and let other people who are inside of the train or bus to get out. This is exactly the way how you respect Japanese rules. So if you're a first-time traveler in Japan and will follow these kind of tips which I just shared with you in the video, it will make your time here in Japan even more wonderful and nice. Go and check my other video from Japan on your screen and I'll see you there.